Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in the world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live reading of the Bible right here on Alexandra Mayer's Live. Tonight we will continue with our page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. And we will be getting into one of my favorite parts of the Bible, which has to do with the Ten Commandments. Exodus 20. That's where we are now. We've made it to Exodus 20, and we're going to get started on when God decided to bestow upon his creation, human beings, the rule book, basically, the Ten Commandments. Actually, whenever they depict the Bible stories such as this in movies, whenever they tell the story of Moses in modern day movies, it's always so powerful to see, however, they depict the Ten Commandments being written back many years ago when they did the Charleston Heston version of the Moses story. I think the name of the movie was called The Ten Commandments. I remember it was one of my dad's favorite scenes in that movie when God sent down the Ten Commandments and inscribed them on the stone tablets. So let me go ahead and start reading this, Exodus 20. And hello, Gary. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you came in. Sorry I'm doing this reading a little bit late, but I had a busy day today. But as promised, I am getting these page by page readings and commentaries of the various Bible chapters in every day. Every day I'm getting it in, and it feels good. I always feel good when I manage to get on here and spend a little time with some of you out there talking about the Bible. So let's get started. Exodus 20, the Ten Commandments. Now God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of your bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself any graven idol or likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water below the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of your fathers on the children, or I'm sorry, of the fathers on the children of the third and fourth generation of them who hate me, and showing loving kindness to thousands of them who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold guiltless anyone who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter or your male servant or your female servant or your livestock or your journeyer who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blesses the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land which your Lord, which the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his manservant, or his maidservant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. All the people witnessed the thunder and the lightning, and the sound of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. But when the people saw it, they trembled and stood at a distance. They said to Moses, "You speak to us, and we will listen, but do not let God speak to us, lest we die." Moses said to the people, "Do not fear, for God has come to test you, so that the fear of him may be before you, so that you do not sin." The people stood a distance away as Moses drew near to the thick darkness where God was. We'll pause there. I mean, these commandments, a lot of people break these commandments. I mean, when you really, especially the last ones, you shall not commit adultery. Ah, so many people commit adultery. And see, I don't think adultery only should be should be defined as physical. I think it should also be defined by psychological. Like a lot of people cheat on their partners and their spouses online. I don't agree with that. I don't think you should do that. Really. I really don't. You definitely shouldn't steal, but you have a lot of thieves out there. Definitely shouldn't murder. I like this commandment: you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. In other words, don't lie on your neighbor. So many people lie on people. It's sick. But yeah, Exodus 20 is where you can find these commandments. I suggest everyone review them and take stock of your life and think to yourself, am I breaking commandments? All right, let's continue. The law about the altar. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, you yourselves have seen that I have spoken to you from heaven. You shall not make gods of silver alongside me, or make gods of gold for yourselves. You shall make an altar of earth for me, and on it you shall sacrifice your burnt offerings and your peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen. In every place where I cause my name to be honored, I will come and bless you. But if you make me an altar of stone, you shall not build it of cut stones. For if you use your tool on it, you will have polluted it. And you shall not go up by steps to my altar, so that your nakedness will not be exposed on it." You know, it's interesting to me how God doesn't really want any graven images in regards to them or anything, right? I kind of think in a weird way, many Christians kind of don't abide by that when it comes to how certain religious institutions are built and whatnot. Sometimes I think people forget that it's not about the symbology, but more so about the ideology when it comes to Christianity. But that's just my opinion. So, anyway, that's the end of Exodus 20. Tomorrow we'll go into Exodus 21, and it goes into basically more rules in regards to how to treat people within your house, within your society. There's a few things that we'll be going over. I'm looking forward to it. So everyone have a good night. I'm glad I was able to make it on here before the day was over. And we'll continue with our page by page reading of the Bible tomorrow. I'm covering a rather interesting situation right now on one of my live stream shows, by the way, trashfire.tv. You all might want to check it out because I'm not sure how the situation will end, but I'm sure it will be interesting when it comes to how it ends. So take care. Check out my other projects. Love yourself. Believe in God. Believe in Jesus Christ. Good night.